Vanakkam and welcome to our channel, The Voice of Nithilan, and this is Nithilan Dandapani. Today we are going to see a very beautiful story, a story of a Sufi saint and a shepherd. Yes? So, have you ever tried to correct someone thinking that you're doing them a favor, only to realize later that you may have done more harm than good? Have you experienced such things in your life? Yeah. So today, let me tell you a powerful story, a story between a shepherd and a saint, a Sufi saint in particular, and the unseen ego that hides even in the robes of spirituality. Yeah. In a faraway land of sand and silence, a Sufi saint was walking through a desert. The day was quiet, the wind barely whispered. I'm just trying to narrate, set the scene, okay? So, yeah, the wind was barely whispered, and far away, he saw a shepherd laughing, jumping, talking to the sky. But it wasn't just play, the shepherd was actually speaking to God. In the most innocent, childlike way, he was like telling stories, asking questions, and even teasing God. most people do that, right? So it was as though he was talking to his best friend or a parent who never left his side, like that. Okay, so the saint paused. He watched. He watched everything the shepherd was doing, and he felt really amused, so he was continuously watching. At first he smiled and then he frowned. He thought like, this man is ignorant. Yeah, what a knowledgeless man. He is an ignorant. He doesn't know even how to pray. He doesn't even sit properly. He talks too much. Where are the rituals, the silence, the discipline? These are all the things that the Sufi saint was thinking. And the saint walked to the shepherd and said, what are you doing, child? That was the question the saint asked. What are you doing, child? And the shepherd said with a gentle smile, I am speaking to my Lord. And that was the answer. And the answer was really shocking, or even felt very much amusing to the saint. So his answer was, I am speaking to the Lord. And the saint asked, does he reply? And the shepherd said, yes, not in words, but I feel it. The saint could not believe it. So then he began to preach. What most of us do, right? So he began to preach about practices, about procedures, about what is pure and what is not. He taught the shepherd how to sit, what mantras to chant, when to fast, and how to cleanse the body and mind and whatnot. So all the entire concept of spirituality. He gave everything to the shepherd, and the shepherd listened very patiently to whatever the saint said. And the shepherd nodded, bowed down, and thanked him and walked away. But this time there was no joy in him. His light was dimmed. Okay, my heart grows heavy even by just saying this. So there was no joy in him. The light once he had was actually dimmed. But the saint, he stood tall. He was very proud. He thought that he rescued a lost soul. So that was his thought. He was very proud, and you shake your hands, you tap your shoulders, and likewise the saint was standing there, so proud. And then a voice echoed from the sky. The voice, the voice asked, "Why did you interfere?" This was the question. Why did he interfere? And the saint, startled, he looked up. He realized that it was the voice of God. He's a very beautiful saint. He's not some random person. He's a proper saint. Okay, so he too can identify if he is really talking to God. Yes. So the question was, why did you interfere? And the saint startled, and he looked up, and I taught him your path, my Lord. And the Lord replied, you taught him your path, not mine. You took him away from me. And then the saint realized, his knees buckled. He was like, oh my God, what have I done? That was, you can understand the scenario, right? And God never stopped with that. He said, that shepherd was with me long before you saw him. His joy, his innocence, his devotion, that was enough for me. But you, in your pride, thought your knowledge was superior. You brought him to rules, but you took away his love, the joy, and everything. And that the voice stopped. And that in that moment, the saint realized his ego had worn the mask of service. What will you do in that situation? You've committed everything what you were not supposed to have done, but whatever done is done. The saint understood that. Okay, so God is not going to punish him or anything. It is a lesson for the saint. Okay, so the saint was like in shock. He realized that he made a mistake. So in rush of guilt, the saint searched for the shepherd. He found him. He found him sitting under a tree, meditating in silence, not laughing, not talking, not dancing. The saint knelt before him. Forgive me, he said. Forget everything that I told you. Go back to your old self. God spoke to me. I was wrong. The shepherd looked at him and smiled with a calm, serene face. My dear saint, I wish I could. But now you've given me a mind full of questions. I can't return to my innocence. Not because that I don't want to, but because you've made me think. You taught me to search. Now I will follow the path you gave me, and I'll try to find God once more. And that was the answer given by the shepherd, and he closed his eyes again. Just sat there, doing nothing. No joy, no dancing, no nothing. He just sat there. The saint walked away. He was humbled. He was shattered. And he also became wiser. Yeah. So, there is a moral between this story, right? The saint realized something that many of us never do, that truth is not one size fits all. No. That devotion has many forms. Some do rituals, some are in silence, some dance, tears, laughter, breath. Yeah, we all do the breath practice, right? And even childlike chatter with the sky. Have you ever done that? I've done so many times. I always do. Yeah, I keep talking. I talk. I get answers. No idea where that answers come. I believe the answers are given by my guru or God and everything. But I keep talking to my people who see from outside. They think he's a madman talking to himself. But I know the truth. So God meets people where they are, not where you think they should be. There is a huge difference. Yes? So more importantly, that sometimes helping someone is not about changing them, but accepting them. An ego can hide even in our desire to do good. Ego isn't always loud. Sometimes it says, let me guide you. And that is where we are going to put ourselves and others into the wrong path. But guidance, when rooted in superiority, becomes a silent violence. I've seen people like that. I used to be one of those people. Yeah. So personally, I know the mistakes that I've done, trying to teach things to people, not accepting them for their own nature. I've done all those things. So whatever that has been said in this video, I've done all those things. So it is something very personal to me. I've done all those mistakes, and thank God, God saved me. And I know God will save people who I've maybe misguided, but what has happened is happened. Yes. So the message is simple. Yes. Never assume your way is the only way. Never judge another one's connection with God by language or form they use. Some speak their own language. Everyone has their own mother tongue, right? Some in silence, some with songs, and some in like the shepherd's whispers. Yeah. And always remember, God listens to your heart, not the pronunciation. No. To, to the love that you have. No, there is no format for praying to God. So as the saint learned the hard way, we may hold scriptures in our hand, but someone else may already hold God in their heart. Yes, that is more valuable than whatever that we carry in our hand. Yeah. So the next time you see someone worshipping in a way that you don't understand, or you don't follow, or whatever that you think is right and whatever they do or follow is wrong, no, don't laugh, don't correct, just don't interfere. Just don't interfere. If at all you wonder what is happening there, just stand and watch. Just don't interfere at all, because God is already with them. There is no fixing staircase to heaven. No, there are winding paths, secret trails, rivers, deserts, and sometimes a shepherd's song. Yeah. So let us learn to walk our own path in humility and respect the path of others in silence, because at the end of all paths is the same one we seek. Yes, I believe this video helped you in many ways, because like I said, it's something that personally what I've done. Yeah. So if this video really touched your heart, if you felt this is a useful thing, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more such stories and reflections and truths that's beyond religion and reach the soul. Do follow us. Yes. So until we meet in the next video again, it's Nithilan and Pani signing off. Tata bye.